Evening everybody and welcome to a very wet Mexican Grand Prix. As we can see, Q1 already underway. A couple of guys can't wait to get out there. Of course, very wet, so it's going to be some testing times. Of course, round 10, last round of the season. Championship for both constructors and Renault still up for grabs, constructors and drivers. So yeah, so we got two drivers fighting here for the championship. One team really there, but mathematically there is another team that can still take the constructors as well. So we'll see how this one goes. Of course, a little different tonight. Not alone as usual. Got a bit of company tonight. Joining me, I decided he doesn't want this wet stuff. He rather wants to sit in the dry comms box tonight. Joining me is the Llama in pajamas. Welcome, Llama. No, you can gooi comments there as well. But yeah, Llama will help you with some spotting of battles as well. It always helps to have a second person who can spot a good battle. Oh, and the Carter boys already have connection issues, but then again, what else is new? Oh, Carter boy 55 disqualified. Ooh. Yeah, just catching the back end, thank you, got that. Luckily kept it running, kept it out of the barriers, nothing bad. Thanks for the info. Mr. RZDV beating everybody tonight. Before everything even started, he already advised me that the entire quali will be wet and we actually will have a dry race. Llama, just check your mic settings there. A couple of people say they can't hear you. Oh, and staff retires. Just check your mic settings. A couple of guys came back, they say they can't hear you. Okay, I just want to mute my stream updater. Yeah, so Quentin just came back, so just check your mic settings, so just to make it public that everybody can hear you. Thanks for that, Quentin. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Just make sure that it's set to that so that everybody can hear you. I can say DC for nothing. You probably did something, Carter boy. You don't just get DC for nothing. Not Sebastian provisionally passes a 131.0. Nisbak's 131.9. And then Cowboy 133.0.
Alright. I think everyone can hear me now.
Can someone just give us a heads up if I can hear the Llama? Yeah, well, Steffi said it. Thanks, Boinkies, Ronnie, Erkies, Millies, Wortels, whatever you call yourself nowadays again. That's it. Where we go, Uncle Lama, confirm they can hear you now.
Alright, hello everyone. Just to greet everyone once again.
Yeah, Staffy also just giving him a big heads up. He can hear you. And we all know Staffy's a bit deaf, so that's good. 150.8 now, and this must go faster. First guy to break into the 130s. Because a bit of a dry line there, the racing line. Doesn't mean that there's much grip. Still tricky stuff. Obviously you want to stay on that dry patch there, stay out of the puddles. And Gaffney goes fastest now, 130.3. Time's coming down. Or it's just some guys are more confident to put it down. Stars DV, we're currently in 4th.
So as soon as everybody just gets a hang of the track, while the track is wet, the times will get faster.
Steph, are you sure it's 4 times? Oh, sorry, more than 4 times, yeah. Because one of our championship contenders are unfortunately out at the moment. Huge storm this afternoon which took out the power and still not restored, so waiting eagerly there. Hopefully he can join before the end of qualifying, so at least he's part of a race. Of course, our other championship contender here, of course, that guy there who can't decide what his name is, very old name changer I'm going to call him. Not Sebastian goes faster even when Gav peak now 130.2, getting closer and closer to the 129s. Because Racing Point is the team that is leading the constructors. It's there, but of course mathematically there is still a team or two that can sneak it from them. But of course both Racing Point drivers are here tonight. ILRT Matt managing to join for F1. 130.2 sitting in second at the moment. Thanks, Steph. But tonight, Rob's beat you and Ronnie. You guys were slow tonight. Where's the reliability? Hey, my 2 most reliable sources were asleep tonight. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Steph actually took his penalty very seriously. Got a quali ban penalty. That's obviously why he retired. He just adhered to that. For a moment I thought he might not take it serious, but he actually did. Well done, Steph. Taking your penalty like a real dog.
One of the runners,
yes,
it boxes on the intermediate tires.
Oh, getting confident. Yeah, it's just showing in the pit at the moment. Yeah, it shows Intis, but in the pit, looks like he's going to come out with Intis. But track is definitely drying a bit, so it's probably going to be wet, but not as wet as quali progress.
Yeah, let's see if the track dries. I doubt the track will dry.
Like a real dog,
As
eat your own banana. Yeah, definitely Intis way, as you can see. I think a couple of guys will actually pop into the pits and change to Intis. Yeah, so I want to change back to how you can see, obviously. It's still just Bouch at the moment on Intis. Because a very full grid tonight, 15 drivers at the moment. A couple of guys were joining late. Just saw Wires a few minutes ago coming in. So there might actually be more guys coming in before the end of quali. Of course they will not be able to participate in quali. But of course if they in the session by the end quali is over, they will be able to race. Of course a lot of people available because they're not allowed to go out. They can't go party or have a few drinks, so they're stuck at home, so the best thing they can do is get racing. Of course, South Africa started their lockdown at midnight last night, day one of the next 3 weeks. So everybody, all they can do is be on the PS, otherwise sit at home bored as hell. And Matt breaks into the 129 to a 129.9.
Weekends off, not Sebastian. Which isn't really. It is only qualifying once. Ooh, and Matt almost hits the wall.
So there's definitely some debris on the track there, because we had Red Bull almost collected it. Yeah, that is Matt. His end plate is gone. His end plate there in the road, which the Red Bull almost collected.
So far on this game, I haven't seen any. If you hit the debris, I haven't seen any damage on these cars as of yet.
I see Staffy is corrupting the Carter boys on the chat, on the stream chat. Did the wrong stuff. Not Fernando is still not out. Springbok Gaming is on the out lap now, but of course Staffy retired, Carter boy got disqualified. We're still not Fernando. Everyone else pretty much went out already. Couple of guys on track.
Raptor is crossing the line on second place. Only 800ths of a second slower than Ryan first. Raptor.
No, that was actually a much better lap from Raptor than what he initially did. Of course, he's in the Red Bull tonight, not his usual favorite Ferrari. Talk about Mr. 13 volt.
I see Gaffix on a hot lap at the moment. Let's see what
it's Boucher still the only guy who attempted Inters, no one else tried the same. But looking at this onboard shot there from Raptor, I can see why. The racing line is dry, but you can clearly see the water alongside it. So you need to stay in that racing line. Of course, the Inters, if you can hit one of those puddles on the outside of that racing line, yeah, it's going to be something else. But don't let this dry line deceive you. It doesn't mean that there's enough grip to go on Inters. And that's exactly what E.H. Boucher said, because it looks like he changed back to full width. And Gapik actually does. Well, with some distance, 800. No, yeah, 800.
Okay.
So the heat is still on in front, even if it's wet. Just over 4 minutes left to go.
The track is definitely getting faster.
We'll see if it dries up a little bit more as quali progresses. Gapik obviously will, yeah, he's going to come in. Going slower. A couple of guys in the pits. Bruno Gamers out there, not Fernando's on the outlap as well. Didn't leave himself much running time. Pretty much one lap, and he need to be on the ball from the start of it.
Well, let's see where Schumacher ends up. First quality. Crosses the line. In place. 132.7.
For now, he's... No, but pretty much everybody, Ray, will still go through to Q2, so it's no need to really try something. 15 drivers, of course. Staffy, who took his ban. Carter Boy got DQ'd, so obviously there's still 13 drivers, so all 13 will make it through. So it's just to get a time on where get a little feel for the track and wait for the next session. And that's exactly what not Sebastian said. He's not going to try any further, wait for the next sessions.
We got the lap of Mr. No Commando.
The real name changer. The real name changer 365.
Out of the TV again on a Akra.
Jy's 'n paar rams agter, sorry vir jou. So boontjies, ertjies, wortels, mielies, whichever. But the fact remains those points will get deducted, ne? Just over a minute to go.
I think when he looks at his name,
Boontjies also in the pit, so he's not gonna...
Get
Boontjies retire, man. You're done.
I think when
Cowboy's also done.
okay,
He won't get another lap in.
When he sees his name is Blake, it reminds him that he has to get to the toilet. I think that makes him a bit faster.
He decided to go back to Boontjies 91 because his Boontjies crash is less in Ronnie. Amen. He heard us, he decided that's it, we're going. No point in just sitting in the pits, it's all over, you're not going to be able to get another lap time in. Just bring on the next session already. And greener and harder. Your point being? So white on the grass, it looks like freaking hell almost. Imagine if one race in heavy rain and it starts hailing big time as well. Oh, what experience that to have hail on your helmet.
That would be a very interesting.
It's about to improve to 6th place just behind RGDV. Not much in there.
I think they'd have to put on chains on the tires to get that maximum grip for the hail. Well, it seems to be over.
Oh, and the team boss has spoken. I hope Boontjies is taking lessons. And whatever name I have by tomorrow is the name that's going on the driver lineup. And that's the name for which points will be rewarded. So if you change afterwards, sorry, no points. That's going to be like starting from scratch. Joining the league in the middle. Right, just confirmation now everybody finished. Nothing to worry about for now because the main business only starts now. This was just to make sure they get through to the next session. Which of course, 12 drivers now. Not Fernando showing at the bottom, which is weird. Because there was a disqualification and staff retired without posting a lap. Okay, and it took Staffy through again. So even if you retire, so Staffy's going to have to retire again. That's it, Steph. You said it. Assign that points to that specific name. If that name doesn't feature in any further races, then unfortunately no further points to be added to that name. If there's a new name, of course, it's like joining for the first time. Which actually means that obviously the points will go to a new name, starting from scratch. And of course, your very first race means you're going to have to take a quali ban, because we don't know what you are, we don't know what you drive like, sorry. So we impose those rules as well. Treat it like a new person. Of course it reën alweer. The whole quali session is wet. For once, okay, there's actually once more where I agree with Steph, and I see even Mornay agrees with Steph on his one comment about the conspiracy. Yeah, don't worry, Steph, there's a couple of us that feels like that.
So Mira starts with flat. See what we can do.
Speaking of a devil.
Someone is off in the final sector category. First missile, I think he's fine. He's top on topics.
Why would Steph want to try that? His name is his name. He's not the dog for nothing. You can't go change his name. We need people like the dog, because you know how to get other people going. It's like Uncle Lam. He knows how to tick off people. It's a skill. Sebastian, obviously purple at the moment, still not other times posted, so it will show purple.
At the moment I'm a bit more interested in Dutch. It looks like he's keeping up.
Over the start finish line now, 131.5, and judging on and Boucher 131.3. And judging Q1 times, that's not far, that's that fast. Raptor 130.5, and this makes immediately responsible for 130.1. There we go, now we're getting the pace back to the 130s, even 129s.
So I think
yeah, because if once P ticked off, that stuff is vicious.
Stream not ever with a 131.8 place. See what Naka can do around the last corner.
RTDV, ILRT Met, there we go, back into the top 3.
Naka was a 131.
Fernando. Oh, hell. Fernando, the guy who's got no fur on top. It's not inside, it's on top. Well, in this case, it's actually not on top. Yellow again, but it's obviously just probably somebody just pulling over for somebody. Oh, caught a boy with the invalidated lap time. That's 55.
See what this next can do. It's crossing the line and it can improve on this time.
Yeah, Peak is out lap, yeah. Yeah, he and Cowboy. Boinkies is out there as well.
Winkies is on a fast lap. See what he can do in the
Yeah, because then you just want to eat fish. Cowboy in the Merc tonight, obviously that's why his car. Just under 9 minutes to go in Q2. Can't really say this is the tyre they're going to start on because obviously the race is going to be dry, so they will be able to choose whatever tyre they want to start on. Matt again, the first guy under 150.
Winkies for 130.6 in first position. At the moment, all eyes on Devon.
Let's see if we can actually bring it in for a good time. Not Sebastian, 129.7. There we go, not Sebastian. Of course, QT is also where you start seeing the sandbags here. Oh, and Gav Peak, that back end steps out, but he manages to clip it back. Raptor over 129.5. And now Gav Peak invalidates his lap time.
Time was invalidated.
Cowboy now coming around for last corner. 11th of the moment, 142.8.
After 120.
KB 45 in the pits. Both racing points there with each other, 4th and 5th at the moment.
Just to check with you, Mr. Captain. Right. It's a map. If the map goes red, does that mean that the driver's lap was invalidated?
Correct, yeah. If you talk about, you're talking about that mini map that you have there. Yeah, if it's entire thing is red, it's invalidated lap. Because like now when you can see there's a yellow. And of course purple if it's a fast sector or if the entire lap is fastest. Both Ferraris back in. Like there with Cartway you can see the lap, the map is red, so that's obviously an invalidated lap. Not Fernando coming in as well. Oh, sorry, not Sebastian. And out goes Racing Point again, which is obviously Boinkies, because Matt now just posted a 129.1. As you can see there, his map was purple all the way.
Knowing what is capable of in the first qualifying session, I know the fast lap is beatable. But I doubt this lap will be the fastest.
No, not the way that corner was taken.
And now the last corner, Gafford across the line. 120.9.
Carter Boy now trying his luck with Inters. Macket. Hardly race. All of a sudden, everybody's
happen.
creeping out of holes tonight just to come race. Guys, you haven't seen for many races. Sorry, whatever points, that will not count. The team will be credited with the points, but the drivers will not get the points.
Yeah, this is the fastest first sector.
Yeah, indeed. Let's see if he can keep it together this time. Raptor now said enough is enough. With 4 minutes to go, why not? You made it through to the next session, because I can promise you those 129s are definitely safe. Yeah, looks
Another
like
purple
he's second. Yeah, second's also purple. Gaffy getting his act together. Just now getting it through the stadium section. Coming up now, final corner. Putting it down, going for the start finish line. And that second, 129.2, he missed out. Just lost a little bit of time in that last sector. Yeah, Staffy, I asked the same question. Because all of a sudden there was 14 drivers where there should have been only 13. Colt Masters are bug it a bit. Oh, Gaff Peak with a massive invalidated lap. And as you can see, a massive corner cut.
Let's see what the Carter boy can do. WHR.
WOR, he's on interest, only one on interest. First time he's trying what Boucher tried in the first quali session.
Yeah, and it goes a bit wide on that corner. It gets the second corner very nicely.
Just under 2 minutes to go.
Traffic is, I think traffic will be going into the pits. Yes, he does. Not Sebastian. In the pit. Mr. Honestly, DV. On his fast lap. See what he can do.
Invalidated lap. And he's coming into a pit, so that's not going to be an improvement for Carboy. 55.
Also, DV goes a bit wide in the final sector. Let's see if he can get in the 129s. Now the last corner. Go for the wider line. And he just edges out over 20s and 36. You would excuse me, Mr. Captain Ice. I'll just be going to the bathroom for 1 minute.
Won't be too long. Otherwise, some people might just get ideas. Right, Springbok Gamer pretty much the only car still on the lap. Everyone else were in the pits. There we go, just showing us finished. That's what you for Springbok to come around to finish his lap. Managed Q3. Time for pole shootout.
Got Iron back.
Yeah, just waiting for
Springbok Gamer on the
to
last
finish.
corner.
Only guy that still needs to finish.
Mr. Boinky says the track feels more wet than before.
Springbok took it up to 9th, so he will make it through to Q3. But of course Alve finished Q2.
Gav Pig only 900ths of a second slower than Meta, which was slower than his Q2, Q1 time, although the track is wetter than before. The Q2 qualifying, Meta first place, then it's followed by Gavin, Raptor, Sebastian, Nismax, RZTV, and it's a black screen.
Right, Q3 is about to get underway. Hey, and it's still as wet as it was.
Gav Pig comes out of the pits. I'm sure he's very glad that he's in the Rocket Williams, since he has the shortest line out of the pits. It seems even though he's on the straight, the back end of that Williams is dancing.
Definitely. He showed it earlier as well in the previous session. Yeah, we're starting like that. But back in just want to step out.
Mr. Gav Pig, now residing in Ghana, doing his nation proud. A former TND champion, Mr. Gav Pig. He hasn't done much since. Hopefully in the next season he will bring his A game. Mr. Gav Pig crossing the line for his fast lap. Quick fast! Captain Ice, I should just inform you that I have taken substances to let the mouth chatter a bit more, to make the race a bit more interesting for our viewers. Just a message, a public service announcement to the viewers. Stay safe, stay indoors, and wash your hands. Thank you very much. I am on board with Mr. Gav Pig. He's hitting the corners very nicely, it seems. Apex to apex. Almost like in the dry. I think the session might be a bit more drier than the previous session. Let's see as Gav Pig crosses the line. Around the last corner. It's a 1:29.495. Go over to the next Mr. Not Sebastian 129.6. Raptor 129.9. No, 132.9. My mistake. RZTV on a invite lap. Voucher. Meta with a 129. I can't see that far. Might be going blind. 129.2, and that's almost as quick as his time in the second qualifying session. Okay, I think we'll be going into the pits. I know, he can stay up. Hoping to improve. I see he's harvested of his ERS. Really going for first place. So far, throughout the first, second and third qualifying session, he has been on the fastest time. All about improving yourself, but this so far he's only gone backwards. I think his weak point at the moment is the third sector, especially in the stadium section. Which I think is a weak point for most drivers on the grid. Captain Ice, you seem to have gone quiet. I might as well be speaking to a wall. Hello wall, how are you? No, I'm good. And Gavin going around the stadium section. On the last corner, see if he can improve his time. I think he should have and he improves a 129.021. Very good from him. That is utmost best. Let's go to Meta, see what he can do. He has put a purple sector in second sector. Excuse me. Thank you for the bless yous from the listeners. And Meta goes fastest, 128.7. To be honest, I do not see anyone beating that time. Okay, to the other drivers. Let's go to okay. It seems like only Boykies that is on track and Gavin. Also Raptor. Since Boykies on outline, let's go to Raptor, let's see what he does. Now in the second section. Echo. Up now in the stadium sector. Let's see if he can improve. Now the last corner. Not hogging the line, going. Oh, he is hogging the line slightly. And in third place goes Raptor. A 1:29.3, very good lap from him. Go to Blinky, see what he does. Mr. Blinky's around the last corner. Alright, goes into the pits. And on board with not Sebastian's. Excuse me, viewers. I'm looking at the screen on not Sebastian. I don't know the best corner. I'm looking at the stream on my cell phone. What can I say? I love the sound of my own voice. Not Sebastian. Having a bit of oversteer through the second sector. Winkies has a doubtful decision. I think he's happy with his time. Well, I think he might have retired. I'm not too. Yeah, he might have been it. I'm not too sure. I'll check it now. Excuse me. Sebastian crosses the line and does a 1:29.6. Which again, I do not think anyone will be improving on Meta's time. It truly is a monster of a lap. Staffy says testing. Obviously referring to Meta. Obviously a joke. See who's on a fast lap. Gavin. Let's go to Meta. Let's see what he can do. I do not think he will be moving on his own time. But yet Meta is always full of surprises. Oh, Meta is a fastest second sector. The man from Birmingham. Around the last corner. Let's see what he can do. And he hugs the final corner, and it does improve with a 1:28.1. Just as I said, always full of surprises, this Matter. Might as well call him Dark Matter, because you never know. You don't know what he's up to. There's a good name change for Matter, Dark Matter. I think this Mac is still on a fast lap. Let's see what he only goes into the pits. You might as well. Oh, and he stops right in front of the pit lane line, into your line. Crosses the line. I didn't understand why these guys don't just go over the finish line. It just saves so much time. Excuse me, guys. I'm just gonna take a sip of my tasty beverage. Although it's not so tasty, it's a bit bitter. It's not what I wanted. Tasty, tasty, tasty. And quality ends. Welcome back, Mr. Captain Ice.
Yeah, but if I keep quiet, at least you talk. That's how it should be. You must talk more. Going forward, when I can invite you also to a bit more. Always nice to have an extra commentator.
I think Mr. Staff is calling me Mr. Sneezy. It is.
Why sneezy?
Oh,
sneezy.
I do have a bad nose. I tend to sneeze a lot. We do have carpet floors in my house.
Yeah, you're allergic to dogs. That's what.
I think it might be the cat.
Here we go, finally.
Matter with 128.1.
Test him, Mr. Sneeze. Sneezy. Lazy, whatever you want to call him tonight, but just call him Balaba. Okay, this is going to be a dry race, but yo, it looks overcasty like crazy. So not sure if the whole race is going to stay dry. On that clouds, I would say no.
I find races that have mixed conditions to be very entertaining.
True that, and I also saw a couple of races where whatever the conditions they predict actually does not occur. So if they say it's wet, actually it's not wet, or they say the whole race is going to be driving, yeah, before you know it, it's wet.
Yeah.
2 seconds, 1 second, and we will be going soon. Formation lap just to get out of the way. There we go. Matt, of course.
A bit of lag. Some cars aren't appearing with any. You should never trust Jack. He's not the best with a.
So there was two cars. So there was 2 cars that joined, Wyers and Mackett. Mackett not really in this league. So unfortunately, our other title contender could not make it. Power did not come on in time.
Okay, Captain Ice. I'll just be taking a 7-minute break.
A 7 minutes specific match, yeah?
Yeah, I've worked out. Every time I go out for this smoke, it's always 7 minutes.
Ooh.
But this time it might be a bit more.
There we go.
I'm not smoking my usual cigarettes. But anyway,
only
I'll
3
see
cars.
you soon.
No, cool stuff. Only 3 cars on medium, so I expected more because this is pretty much like a freebie because of weight qualifying. But only 3 cars decided to go on those mediums.
Let me just set my settings so I can see the tire allocation. There we go. There are only 3 cars on the mediums.
Mr. Pumpkin Patch.
Those guys on the mediums might be onto something. You never know. But Captain Ice, I'll see you soon.
Alrighty.
Back in a few minutes.
But of course, no sun. It's overcasty, so the track is not that hot. The question is, will those medium tires work? Will they bite? Will these guys get over grid fast enough to make up for the lack of pace that comes with a harder tire? Just waiting for the final 2 cars to line up. Right, 3 lights, 4, 5, and we are racing. Matt, of course, back with a bang tonight. Good start there from Gaffy, good start also from Nismax, and looks like Raptor as well. All four guys going for that first corner. Looks like Gaffbeek's going to beat them all. Yeah, Gaffbeek's going to go in first. But of course, Nismax also made it through. He's got a better line in the next corner, so Nismax all the way into first place. Gaffbeek down to second. Matt currently in third. Ooh, 3-second time penalty already. Springbok game a couple of corners only in and already a penalty there. Raptor now there with Matt. Chased down by Not Sebastian and right by Not Sebastian is a Carter boy, number 55. Oh, Not Fernando dropping down, not sure what happened. Oh, big spin and looks like there's wing damage as well on that Merc. Just waited for everybody to, ooh, and everybody's passed, but that car's not moving. That doesn't look good.
We missed what
the wheels are turning, but the car's not moving. Oh, Not Fernando disqualified from the session. Lamo.
I think that's what you call stripping a moor.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Lama, can you perhaps gooi me invite, see if we can get him in here?
Sure thing.
Ooh, and Gaffbeek getting racy here with Nismax.
Okay, it's a private party, so.
Okay, no problem. Let's just do this. I'm just gonna. Now, oh, Gaffbeek now, but Nismax is keeping the right lines there.
Ooh, big battle here for second place.
And Nismax now with a little bit of a gap all of a sudden. Oh, and Gaffbeek runs wide, allowing Nismax to get away, and of course Matt to gain on him. Staffy and the boys, remember, the deal is still on the table. Even if it's just for the fun of it. That's extra points.
I think if you remember the first race of the season, there was a certain driver called Carlos that
the other name changer.
Well, I think there were a few name changes.
And Not Sebastian now fastest 120. Yeah, I actually miss that Pete Ballas character because this Llama guy is too chillax.
I'll be back.
Enjoy. Gaffbeek right there on Nismax again. Sorry guys, I just want to see if I can get somebody in here. Right, we're back. It's still the same, nothing changed. Still Nismax from Gaffbeek from Matt and Raptor still in fourth. But of a gap between Raptor and not Sebastian. So the top four's just getting away a bit. But not Sebastian, not that far off from them. Gaffbeek again goes a bit wide out of the corner. Nismax goes fastest. That obviously allows Matt, and DRS is now available. So Matt's going to have a look, and even Raptor taking the slipstream there from Matt. And both of them actually managed to get in front there of the pig. Raptor into third, Matt now into second. If Raptor can stay here with Matt, you should have him. Oh, and Matt actually slows down. Not sure why. Oh, virtual safety car, there we go. There's why. Y is out of the race. Y is out of the race. That actually triggered the virtual safety car. No wonder Matt slowed down. Because if he was a pass, obviously it would have been disallowed. You had to give a position back. Can just maintain his gap or just be clever about it. This might actually help Nismax getting away a little bit. And virtual race, yeah, virtual safety car over, done, finish. And welcome, Mr. Not Fernando.
No.
I just so want to say your name tonight because every time it's not Sebastian, I want to say not Fernando.
Not Fernando.
Not. That's really not Fernando, that guy.
It was the original one. We'll just
What
wait for the
happened
rest
there,
of
mate?
TNB to change their names to Not, and then I'll change my name to something else. I was basically behind what's supposed to be my teammate, but he's not my teammate tonight for some reason. Somebody else was in the other Merc, but I think he was in a horse, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And
Correct.
I was driving behind him in the opening stages of the race, and then his car it started jumping back and forward, and eventually it jumped back into just before my braking point. It jumped onto me. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah.
I lost the wing, and then yeah.
Couple of guys complaining about the internet today, and looks like that's a clear example there for you.
I think there's just a lot of people using the internet.
That's unfortunately correct.
Regardless of what connection you have, that connection's a lot busier than usual. So, because everybody who might be at a party or at a family function or at a braai, everyone's at home and there's nothing else to do.
Can Nismax and Raptor chase him down again? As I'm sludging in, but not quick enough. Raptor still there, but they're still pretty close. Mac get all the way up to 4th.
At least the difference in speed on the dry track looks a bit better than the difference in speed on the wet track.
I just want to make mention, Mackett is not really in this league. He didn't even sign up as a reserve driver. So if he gets any points, that will not count. The grid will automatically move up a spot. So if he, for argument's sake, finishes 4th, he will be disqualified from the points. And of course everyone else below him moves up. So a 11th place guy can find himself in 10th place and get that 10th place point.
100%. Obviously from next week, TNB will be looking a little different.
Much different.
We're gonna have a 2-week break in between, but decided against the 2-week break because here in South Africa we've been on a shutdown since midnight.
Yeah, so lockdown, or whatever you want to call it.
We're in day 1 of 21, and yeah, we don't need any additional breaks. So we'll be right back at it next week.
I will need to return to the menu. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Okay, Mr. fellow commentator, that's fine. Enjoy yourself. Oh, and Raptor being very racy here with Nismax. Just be careful that you don't take both of them out.
3-second time penalty for Carterboy 55.
On Gaff Peak, like always, starts well and then it slips all the way from at one stage first, all the way down to 11th now, outside for points.
Before I got in the comm box, I heard Gavin protesting. Believe he lost a substantial amount of wing going into Matt.
Yeah, he did, but yeah, that's also why he's so far down.
That explains that. But he's a quick driver, and he's 14 seconds adrift of Safi. When he catches those cars, he should make up some positions.
Of course, Matt is not in it next season. He did not respond, did not confirm. So he's not part of a team nor reserve, so we probably won't see him. And there goes Boucher. Boucher now also retires. Came out of a pit, put on the medium tyres, and just to retire immediately, and the safety car's out. That will just
Now I wonder.
bring them
I
all
wonder
closer
if,
again.
did he retire on track?
Rap, did it get past this max?
If he retired on track, I wonder if he caused the safety car.
We're only on lap 8 of 36, yeah, it was definitely after his retirement that the safety car came out. Couple of
So
guys
just,
here, it's only lap 8 and yet penalties are flying thick and fast.
It's a good scenario for Gavin. We were speaking about Gavin a little earlier. This is good scenario for him. He's got that gap to Staffy, 11 seconds. Now he'll be able to close that up. Might have to start from 10th, but
Here we go, a couple of guys diving into the pits. Especially these guys with the softer tires.
Gavin's obviously just made a pit stop. I wonder if he'll stay out there for track position. Claim a lot of positions now.
Coming around the final corner now. It's almost like he's going extra slow. Yeah, he's coming into the pits again.
Tires were only 2 laps old, 3 laps old. So I would have actually stayed out there for the track position.
Which is exactly what not Sebastian did.
Safety car, obviously, you can bank on at least 3 laps. So those tires would be 6 laps old when the race restarted. There we go. Williams, Gavin going on to the mediums.
Not Sebastian, the only guy that's still on the tires he started with. Yeah, that's probably why. I was just about to say that's obviously why he came in. Looks like there was a nose change there. But it would explain why he would have put it again so soon after.
Means Sebastian is now the leader, not Sebastian. I understand why people call me Fernando now. I just call him Sebastian. I just drop the knot.
Just Sebastian.
Just Sebastian. If you still keep up with the rumors flying around in the F1 paddock, they may have quieted down of late. But one of the big ones is that Sebastian Vettel could very well be driving that yellow car that you see on screen.
I thought to see.
Indeed, there are F1 rumors of a potential Ricardo Vettel switch.
Well, that will be awesome for Ferrari, 2 hungry drivers. Because Ricardo is somebody who will give it all. Charles is hungry enough, as young as he is, and Vettel just don't have that oomph anymore, in my opinion. So that will not be a bad move for Ferrari. And of course, with a Renault seat open with no Hulkenberg anymore.
Ricardo's also got that. Italian heritage, you know. So he's obviously he's born in Australia, but he's born to Italian immigrants.
And that's of course the surname. Everybody says Ricardo, but we done with Ricciardo.
It's Ricciardo.
And that sounds more Italian anyway than Australian.
Daniel Ricciardo. And if you throw that Italian accent into it, then Ricciardo.
I'll leave that to Vapora. He will do it 100% better than me.
Ricciardo. Then you hear it straight away. You're like, that's definitely Italian.
And there we go. DNF for Carl Halsinger as well. I see RJDV complaining about one of the Carter boys. Of course, the process is to submit footage. So save the footage and send it to the stewards after the race. Carter boys are really like a couple of honeymoon, you know what? In and out, in and out, in and out, and all over the bloody place.
Obviously, we've seen various guys having difficulties.
RJDV looks like he's really ticked off because yet again another time penalty. This time 10 seconds for cutting corners. So obviously he took a big cut. Safety car's in, not Sebastian
Well,
getting away.
that flashes across my screen twice.
Raptor's
so I
on
wonder
it,
if you got
Raptor's gonna go for it. He's operating on the soft tyres, Matt's on the hard tyres, not just hardest.
the Raptor in the
Raptor's
Red
gonna
Bull.
have a look on the inside, just a bit cautious where he leaves Matt enough space. Because his tyres will heat up quicker than those harder tyres, but of course the harder tyres will last longer. So he would want to get past here as quickly as possible and try to get away from Matt to make up for it for extra stop now that he's gonna have to make. Because Matt
When
can
he's on the
finish from here.
medium, when he's on the medium, so he's on the slightly faster tire, hasn't made a pit stop. He's going to be able to maybe initially get away from Matt. He's going to have a little bit more grip, but those tires are going to fall away. But Raptor's going to want to get past as soon as possible, because any advantage he's getting from those soft tires,
it's not going to last long.
The advantage is falling away. He's driving behind someone on hards.
One thing I found with the medium tires, you get a bit of a speed burst. When it goes away, when it comes back again, you can actually set the fastest lap on those mediums a couple of laps in. The soft tires on the other hand is literally the first 2-3 laps, and thereafter that's it.
And
you have to make do with it. Fast now, Raptor now right on the back of Matt on the inside, coming into the first corner. And Raptor actually outbrakes him. And Raptor now right with not Sebastian. 3-second time penalty for Raptor in the process, of course. Just do too much on the apex.
Oof.
Of course,
Multiple warnings, 3 seconds. 3
Three corner
seconds.
cutting, yeah, catching a couple of guys. Now Raptor, you would also want to dispose, not Sebastian here. Make those soft tires count, like you mentioned.
Unfortunately, the strict corner cutting, I do feel it's a bit.
I believe
It's a bit too much.
RDV is on his way out.
I think it's a bit too much, but unfortunately, on the game, the options that they give you between this and the next option is just too free.
That's it.
So on
Because
that
corner
regular
cutting
corner
is just
cutting,
this strict.
there's
But leaving it as is, when certain guys going to cut corners for real and going to get away with it.
on regular, you really have to go crazy to get
Okay,
to get any
just
sort of
freaking
penalty.
take it to the pit and retires, but then again disqualified. Too many penalties. Guy that gave out and nobody that you can actually rely on is just a deal.
Hey, there's another disqualification.
Yep. The fact is that it was penalty
penalties.
after penalty, already said that's what's gonna happen. Couple of guys already ticked off with what things that happened. See, you're not the only one who's complaining about why is his internet issues taking you out.
Interesting that Carterboy 55 is the one driving around with number 45 on his car.
Yeah, funny, yeah.
Just an interesting
Well,
observation.
46 actually, sorry. 40,
Oh, is it 46?
Yeah.
I thought it was 45.
Yeah, because the other one's got 45. Yeah,
I think that
it's
number
actually
should
something
be,
I noticed
that
last
number
week.
should be retired in all motorsport.
It's exactly what I saw last week as well. But 55 drives with 46, so it's literally just one number between the two of them. Of course,
Maybe Carterboy 46 was taken.
there we go. There is number 7, Mr. Boinkies. So even if he retires or finishes the race, doesn't matter the outcome now. He is champion for the season as a result of Safwan Quinton not being able to make it due to that big power outage in his area due to his earlier storm. Severe storms obviously, and the last couple of hours, 3-4 hours without power. So he missed the race because unfortunately, it's unfortunate, it actually robbed us from the opportunity, because I'm sure these guys would have given it all and of course they would have went all out and all of that stuff. So a bit sad. Unfortunately, we're missing out. Also feeling, sorry if I can say it like that. Unfortunately, it is things out of his control. So yeah, Boinkies confirmed then is the champion for this season. And if things stay as it is now, Racing Point obviously will clinch the Constructors' Championship as well. Just need this race to get over and done with, because obviously we're looking forward to Season 5. As not Fernando mentioned earlier, we can go straight into Season 5 next season, no break in between. Of course, we're going to go back to the 100% race format, and it's going to be multiplayer cars. As I mentioned last week, 3 drivers in a team and not your usual 2. And of course, every team had to design their own livery and come up with a team name. So it's going to be something completely different. Point system will also work different from next season. Just to give a little hint there, where normally would be 25 points, it will now be 30 points. And of course there's points up for grabs just by having all 3 cars on the grid on the night.
Another thing we made sure to do was your difference in points between positions. We made that smaller, so rather than having your top 10, your top 15 claim points, and the difference between first and second, rather than it being 7 or 8 points, it's only 4.
Correct, only 4 points.
So I think towards the end of the season, rather than having 2 guys in the battle for the championship, you may very well have
a
situation like when was that, 2014 I think, Abu Dhabi, when there was mathematically 4 drivers on the grid that could win in the championship in Abu Dhabi. I'm not sure what year that was. I think it was 2014, because it was both Red Bulls. Vettel landed up winning it, but it could have been Vettel, it could have been Webber. Can't remember who it could have been Alonso, and there was another one. There was 4 possibilities towards the end, and that's basically what. Nice one there, Rob.
On Bertree. Are you mic mute as jy seker goed wil doen?
Yeah, but now it just sounds like we're talking to nobody.
Yeah.
The stream just sounds stupid.
Like everybody said, Mr. Lama, we couldn't hear him. Sounds like I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, I couldn't actually hear it very well on the stream. I was listening to you guys in qualifying, and when he spoke, it was pretty soft.
Not even halfway yet, and he's been more away than yeah.
He talks like Raikkonen.
Yeah,
and for some reason he's doing the stream. We're back to lap 17 of 36, wrap the leads.
Just not getting away really, just as he gets a gap to Mackett closes it again.
He's on a set of softs, and now obviously those softs are now 8 laps old, and they're gonna fall off the cliff pretty quickly. So needs to make the most of it in the next couple of laps, and he's not able to do that because Mackett's actually closing the gap rather than falling back. Lots of penalties. Can't even read all these penalties. They're just flashing across my screen. Springbok Gamer, followed by Matt, followed by. Did I read that correctly?
Right.
Let me just get confirmation before. I need to get confirmation on that one.
Clearly.
Oh wait, my controller's gone dead.
And yet another penalty. Gafbig now past Carboy, chasing down Boinkies. Mr. Name Changer 365, the real name changer. And not Sebastian comes in after 16-17 laps on those tires. Just showing everybody what these mediums are capable of. Gafbig still battling here with Carterboy. Of course, Gafbig already did like 100 stops.
I just wanted confirmation on that, but yes, Boinkies has got a penalty.
Yep, which is unusual. But tonight he's not really giving a hell because championship is easy. It's in the bag. Doesn't matter what happens here.
But I think that's that just goes to show, like, this track obviously is very difficult with the corner cutting on strict, because literally everybody in the field is. I mean, I didn't have a penalty, but I wasn't in the race that long. But I had a warning.
Warning already.
Probably on the second or third corner
Well,
of the race. So.
We were on the first lap when Springbok Gamer actually got his first time penalty. A few corners, not even a complete full lap yet.
And it was a situation where I ran wide, basically. Didn't really make up much time and avoided a bunch of cars, but anyway.
Reminds me of the first corner there at Hockenheim. You can cut the corner on the inside and get away with it, but you lose it and you run wide on the outside and you actually get a time penalty.
So we look at
Alright,
Gavin.
gentlemen, I am back.
Gav big past Boinkies now. Car of boy 45 left session yet again. And there we go, there's 55. I was just about to say 55 probably will follow quickly after. Because that's a given with the Carter boys, in, out, in, out.
We know the internet has been a bit dicey for a few of the guys, and in the Carter boys' case,
it's every race.
share a dodgy line. I don't know if their internet's dodgy, but I think their internet's
And I don't
dodgy.
know if they actually got a wired connection from the PlayStation to the router. Probably not.
I don't think they do, because they're in
Because
separate
once,
bedrooms
yes,
with
and with
separate
Wi-Fi,
consoles,
one
and the
small
routers-
dip and it's tickets.
and the router is probably in the lounge, not near either console.
I see Raptors.
Gavin did
Oh, nice.
get past.
Yeah, chasing now after Nismax, not far behind Nismax.
It's on a set of mediums.
So guys, Naked he started in last place, is now in second.
That's right.
What happened?
So we had a safety car. A lot of guys made stops. Some guys
And Mac
benefited
now
from
right
that
in the
safety
back
car.
of that Red Bull.
Some guys benefited from that safety car because
The
they
Raptors now
broke the
feeling
wing.
those soft tires. Soft tires definitely started to go off.
Guys that broke a wing early on in the race and came in under safety car or came in and changed their tires. When everybody else came in under safety car, they just closed that gap and took track position. So the guys that didn't pit at all.
Did Nismax get any damage? Or is a bit far behind?
Not that I know of.
Raptor into the pits. That releases Mac into first place.
So
Matter will take second now.
11 laps old. Now we know basically how far those softs can go. If you look
Nismax
down
comes
the order,
past.
you've got Boinky, Staffy and Springbok Gamer. They're all on softs, also 11 laps old. So I'm sure those three drivers will be on their way to the pits shortly.
Gav big past Nismax.
Let's see where
Gav
Raptor
big
emerges.
Gav big actually where he was early in the race, third place.
Raptor now in 6th place on mediums. I think
Of course, just stopped then. She went all the way down to 6. Not sure if the mediums can last. But then again, what's not Sebastian, that it's possible that he can actually see the race through to the end on these mediums.
What would he need? He would need to do 15 laps, I think. 15 laps. He's got guys out here on mediums that have done 12. So, see how far these guys go on their mediums. If they can do 15 laps on their mediums,
the guy's
I think
and the guy's not even on the
Raptor-
social.
Raptor could finish.
Mr. Fernando, please check here on that group where what happened. I understand the guy's quite upset, but that guy's not even on the social.
Oh, Raptor had something go wrong.
Okay. Not sure what that's about, but
No, he came, he did mention it was the wrong group. He left the wrong group. Splish splash, I was taking a
this
bath.
Max now in
All
the
on a
pits.
Friday night. Hey?
This Max coming out of the pits,
Yes.
so he pitted on that set of mediums.
Acquired boy 45 were speeding in the pit lane, 5-second penalty.
So now the oldest set of mediums on track is your leader Mackett, 13 laps old. I want to see if he can do that 15 laps on a set of mediums. If he does, then I think Raptor can finish this race without pitting again.
You know, I think Raptor is fine.
There's a safety car, guys. There's a safety car.
There's a safety car. Raptor said because not Sebastian did 16, 17 laps when he's with the tires he started with. And if you think about it, there's 14 laps after this, so Raptor can manage. And now with a safety car out for 3-4 laps, you don't put that strain on your tires, so Raptor should be set for until the end of the race. And of course, now with a safety car, he will close up right to Matt and Mackett. Mackett will need to pit for fresh rubber, which he did on the mediums, and Matt's also in the pit. At least it looks like it.
Someone's there's music playing in the background.
Mackett is in the pits. Mackett's in the pits, and Matt, Matt is out. Mackett managed to rejoin. Here comes Raptor. Can he take him? No, he won't. And now I can't pass him because of a yellow flag. So Raptor and Matt on the same tires. Well done, Matt.
Rob, can you please mute that? Or mute your mic?
Or you can do that. It's fine. Be like that.
You can do that as well.
It's gonna make you feel happy. Maar as jy so wil wees, moenie worry om terug te kom nie.
Mackett leads from Matter. So he chose to go onto the hard tires.
Yes. And yet he could have actually done mediums because he can finish the race on mediums.
Bit surprised about the hard tire.
I think Matt is the one in the better position, even Raptor with 2 laps already done on his tires, because they're going to be much faster than him. And the track is not that hard if you look at the overcasty conditions. So I think the medium tire will be the better option compared to the 2.
It's going to be about that restart, who can get by. Obviously the leader will be on hards, and he's going to want to hold them there as long as possible. So whoever gets past him, he's going to have issues getting back past. And everyone behind him on faster rubber is going to want to get past as soon as possible. Still 11 drivers in this race. Don't pay too much attention to that timing screen on the left hand side of your screen, because that is probably not going to be how they finish. Nope. I will not attempt to work out the penalties. There are too many. I'll let the game do that.
Just another example of young people, if they get angry, they do things hastily, don't think about the consequences of their actions, etc.
Don't worry, they are still very young. They have much to learn, but okay, let's see the DNFs. Starter Boy, Kyle, Voucher, Waze, RZDB, and the phenomenal not Fernando.
That was me. I just wasn't really feeling up to it, and then a car decided to just lagging back and forth, and as I was getting ready for my braking point, this car just lagged into me and I lost the win.
Never nice for a car lagging, course, safety car inverse lap. Here we go. Everybody just now going to back up a bit. Just want to get this maybe
Okay,
from
I see
Raptor's point of view.
DB was disqualified.
Yes, because
he got multiple 10-second penalties,
yes, corner cutting
after the third one, that was that.
Let's see.
Mackett backing him up. Here we go. Final corner. Now he's going to release. Definitely on it. Matt is staying with him. Can Raptor stay with him? That's the question.
All going to be about this restart. We ride on board with Raptor.
Looks like there's already a yellow flag. Not Sebastian into the pits. So there was some sort of a mishap there. Yeah, he retired from the session. He gave up as well wing damage there. So he retired. So not Sebastian is also out. 10 cars remaining. Oh, and Matt did take Mackett. Can Raptor now do the same?
Ooh, we got Springbok Gamer on the grass.
Yeah, having a big moment there. Just get back to the leaders here. Gaff actually now also staying there with Raptor. Not out of running here.
Raptor obviously mentioned last week that he would be putting a lot of practice into this. He wanted to beat Ronald and Quinton. Didn't need to beat Quinton. S4 did that for him.
But he said off.
Ronald hasn't had the best day, but don't think he expected Matt to take part in the F1 and be 9/10 faster than anyone in qualifying.
Of course, that's another guy that will not get points. So if things were to finish as it is now, Springbok Gamer will be promoted to 9th, Cowboy won't get points. Same story as I explained with Mackett earlier. Mackett now with another 3-second time penalty.
10 laps to go. Just insane amounts of penalties.
Gap pick again, yay, as you said, gap pick again, another one. But then again, that's gap pick for you. I can't recall actually seeing a race from gap pick without time penalties. Mackett controlling the distance to Raptor. Raptor not able to get to him and pass him. Sorry, now with DRS enabled, because Mackett is slightly outside DRS range to Matt. Raptor will have DRS if he can stay close to Mackett as it is now.
Just gonna get it now in this second DRS zone. It's 5/10 of a second is the gap. Got a boy 45, Springbok Gamer, Cowboy, 8, 9 and 10. But again, don't pay too much attention to that. We've had 2 safety cars, so the gaps are not very big, and the amounts of penalties we've had.
I can tell you, all 10 of those remaining drivers actually have time penalties.
Even boinkies on this.
Even boinkies. Or erkies, wortels, millies, Ronnie, whatever you want to be called. Real name changer 365.
Name his next PSN to the name changer.
The real name changer 365. Because this is like the 100th time this season with the name changed.
It's already been this name.
Yeah, he ran wide for you, and as he came back he almost lost the back end. But brings Gaffig right on the gearbox of that Red Bull. Mac and actually very strange to Matt. Still another 8 laps to go after this lap.
Of course, that's another thing changing next week. No more of these 50% races, followed by an F2. So F2 after this, it will be for the final time.
At least for now.
Then for now, we will be going on to 100% races. And if this is the penalties we're getting in a 50% Mexico, can you imagine 100% Mexico?
Definitely a reason why to leave it on strict, because a couple of guys will get away with murder if it don't go strict.
Yeah,
you're always gonna get the guy that tries to drive properly, and you know, you don't cut corners on purpose, but there's gonna be someone who figures out how.
Exactly.
Says, oh well, I can go here and it's 5 times faster, and you know, the computer doesn't do anything about it, so why not? And there's some guys that will do it lap after lap.
That's why obviously strict corner cutting is on, and that's why it's always been there and it will remain.
Some know how to utilize it, and some just won't utilize it, and they'll be at a constant disadvantage.
Just trying to keep it a level play field for everybody.
Names, but there is a certain dog who would like to exploit those.
I think the pig is worse in that case.
I'd say the worst in history, corner cut.
Oh yeah, certain.
That goes to Lewis Hamilton. He cut the corner into the pit lane and didn't get a penalty for it.
Yeah, Germany.
That takes the trophy for best corner cut without a penalty.
I think Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen 2016 here at Mexico.
Oh, and another one there for Gaff Pig. Now he's just piling them up again.
What I'll do, because I said I'm not going to test my mathematical ability, but I'll pick one driver and I'll try and work out his penalties for you. So let's go with Gavin. I'll try and work out Gavin's penalties for you. Okay, so that would be 18. Gavin is on 18.
Yup.
Raptor is on 9. Mackett is on 9. And your leader is on 6. And just to make up the top 5, Nizmax, he's on 3. So
Nizmax might get the podium.
Nizmax will definitely jump Gavin. He's got 18 seconds worth of penalties. And Raptor's got 9. So I think he's about 7 seconds behind Raptor. 6 seconds behind Raptor. So yeah, he'll be on the podium. Mackett's also with a handful of penalties, so if Nizmax can close this gap a little bit more, he could find himself in second place.
You say Mackett's on 6. There's okay. If Nizmax can really push, he might be able to get the win. But he is 10 seconds behind, so I do not believe
can have another go here at Raptor. Raptor fence over the inside. Gappy got the slipstream, can he use it on the outside? He does. He's ahead of that Red Bull. Gapik back into third.
But it's not gonna let that go too easy. Just to have a rivalry on track. Friendly rivalry.
And
Definitely a rivalry.
funny enough, the two of them will be teammates next season. And of course, that is where your rivalry starts, because your biggest rival is your teammate. Same equipment.
Last opportunity to poke at a driver one position for next week. Gavin leads that battle for the time being. Mismax in fifth. While these two trip over each other, he's able to close that that gap now, 8 seconds rather than 10, which it was a few laps ago.
Just a couple of laps to go, almost there.
3 laps to go. Matt is your leader on his first F1 race of the season. He's obviously been part of the championship, but he's only been taking part in our F2 races due to work. But over on his side of the world, or on his island, they are also on lockdown.
Matt looking comfortable there in front.
Good in second, Gavin in third. Those podium positions, like we said, could look very different. Not fully decided just yet between this Red Bull and this Williams, Raptor and Gavin.
And as you said, Raptor dives into third place.
Falling behind.
These two fighting each other has actually allowed Macca to hold on to second. They should have caught him with the fresher rubber. They weren't able to do that. And now it's getting to a stage where that rubber is going to start falling off and the hard tire is going to come into its own.
Mackett managed to just manage that pressure, and he kept second place as a result.
Williams hasn't given up just yet.
Nope.
Gap is 7/10 of a second. As I say, that goes up to a second just outside of DRS, crucially. Did he get... Yeah, seems like he's got DRS. So obviously went through that over the DRS line while the gap was still below a second. I don't know if that activation line is for both DRS points. It is. There we go. This Max still in fifth, not really able to make inroads on these two. Also on a set of mediums, 13 laps old.
see what first Williams can do this time round. Right on the end of that Red Bull, he will get DRS now. Raptor already diving on the inside. Gapik following him, keeping that slipstream, and now with DRS even better.
The DRS, but he's so much closer.
Gapik's going to pull in front again on the outside, exactly what he did a few laps ago.
Now he should get DRS into the second DRS zone here.
Just to get away a bit, he just now needs to keep it together for a few more corners.
Help him to just get up the road a little bit. He'll get second place, at least on track. As far as the timings go, we wait and see what the game works out.
Yes, if I were Raptor, I won't worry too much because I think Raptor's penalties are less than Gapik's.
Mackett has another 3-second penalty.
Yeah, that's Mackett, yeah.
Gapik.
Through the stadium section for the last time. Gapik will finish ahead of Raptor, but of course that time penalties, as not Fernando mentioned, will come into play.
Matt goes over the line.
Indeed, Raptor gets promoted to third, Gapik fourth. Nismak's coming around the final corner now.
I think he's going to jump. There we go.
Nismak jumps both Raptor and Gapik. Boinkies also jumps Gapik. There we go, that is how the penalties start playing out. Staffy takes 7th.
Gavin down to 6th. He was heavy on the penalties when I checked last. Don't know if he added to them, but when I checked last, it was 18 seconds.
I think he did add after that.
So
Springbok Gamer will bring it back in 8th.
You know, when you
get just waiting for Cowboy to come around.
When you get that many penalties, you can almost count it as an extra pit stop.
Actually, indeed, because that's exactly the time what it actually adds up to.
Without a wing change, just your average pit stop, I'd say about 25 seconds, depending on the track, the pit entry, the pit exit, but 25. But 18 seconds worth of penalties, you're basically giving yourself another stop.
Just say
congratulations to Matter.
Yeah, well, congratulations to Boinkies and Racing Point for being champions. Of course, Boinkies taking the drivers, Racing Point is constructors.
But anyway, guys, I will have to say good night.
Oh boy, yeah.
I didn't say much this race. I had a few situations.
Just a confirmation of how they finished.
RT.
Right, yeah, Matter, Mackett, Nismak, that's the top 3.
Look at those penalties, every single name.
Have a penalty. Each and every guy's got a penalty.
Except the 2
Matt
disqualified.
Matt also got the fastest lap in the end, 1:17.8.
We'll possibly join you in F2.
Alright, gentlemen, see you on another day.
Alright,
I am Pit Palace and you are not. And
then let you bugger off. Right, we will be back shortly, just waiting for the lobby to change over to F2. Not Fernando also leaving us, sorting out getting back into F2. So yeah, just wait for these guys for a little bit before we resume. We are back. At least if two looks like a lot better weather, at least you can see blue skies, sunshine. So yeah, definitely better conditions. Of course, just waiting for a couple of guys to finish their strategies or already started counting down. Of course, once that counter runs out or everybody is ready, whichever comes first, normally the counter, then obviously we will be going again. No formation lap tonight. Somebody forgot the formation lap. So second time this happened this week. So no formation lap, the guys are straight into racing. Carterboy in front, Springbok Gamer there in second place. Bit of a different strategy on tyres. We already 3 guys on the softs rather than the super softs. Well, Carterboy is behind Springbok Gamer, and yet Springbok Gamer shows in front, so it looks like that it says lap 0 out of 20, so it means this is actually in the formation lap. For a moment there it looks like they were already racing, but yeah, no, it's definitely formation lap. For a moment there I thought there is no formation lap. Here we go, just waiting for everybody to line up again. And we are racing. See Springbok Gamer actually with a better getaway than Carterboy. Springbok Gamer racing for the inside line. Staff is right there with him. Staff is going to look on the middle of these two. Much better race, but much better pull away there from him. Springbok Gamer not going to make it easy, and Staff had to back off. Being challenged on the inside by Gaffbeak. But Staff is in second. Carterboy here on the outside of Gaffbeak. Not Fernando and Raptor dropping down. Looks like there might have been contact there. Looks like Mackett is not in the race. He still shows in 13th. But obviously, as you can see, he also shows as being in the pits. Carterboy 55 actually now also lost places. Yellow flag again. Oh, that's three at the back. Yeah, not Fernando indeed. Ah, okay, that's given. Bye bye. So that one coming. course, safety car out after that retirement. I think I'm gonna do what some of these drivers do. If you're not in the mood, you just put it into the wall and off you go. So maybe I may just stop the stream and off I go. Or just sit here and just say nothing at all. This makes now with a 5-second time penalty, severe collision. Safety car just obviously waiting there around for next corner. Well, the next sequence of corners if you want. Here we go, finally caught up with a safety car. This will obviously now punch them all up again. Down to 11 riders, of course. Mike had not really started. Still showing theirs in the pit, so he never started. Not Fernando DNF'd, so only the 11th guy. Springbok Gamer still leading it for the moment, wrapped for the moment in last place there. Currently both McLaren boys are in front. Virtual safety car again. RGDV, surprise, surprise. It's like VF one race of earlier. Matt now up to second. Point is also up. Staffy obviously putted. Max Sebastian goes fastest. Staffy showed one lap and yet he's back in the pit. Oh, there goes Carter Boy, goes out. Not sure why. Not a wing change either. course 10 laps to go just after this one. Right, looks like weather is changing as well. Not so clear as it was at the start, but more gloomy, overcasty. Don't expect rain. Only 2 laps to go after this one. Don't think there's any rain coming. Only 8 cars remaining. Ooh, outbreak himself, not Sebastian. This makes this qualified. Oh boy. And he was definite for the race win. Not Sebastian, looks like he's got wing damage. Oh, and Raptor as well. Looks like they did not change tires. Not Sebastian coming into the pits. He's got enough of a gap. Oh, and he also out. All of a sudden from 8 finishes it just came down to 5. It looks like it started to rain. Race finishing just in time. Right, just getting the formalities out of the way and then we can have confirmation. There we go, just to show how things have changed. Of course, and how things finished. Matt Boinky scored second place with Springbok Gamer getting third place. Of course, the Pig also finished strong. Not a bad night tonight for him. Solid points. This Max and Raptor got disqualified. Not really why. It looks like it didn't change tires, but they did. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. But anyway, with that said, thank you very much for joining. Till next time. Well, next season, which is just around the corner. Start of a brand new season next week. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay indoors if you are part of a lockdown. But of course, more importantly, take care of yourselves. Till next time, goodbye.